evening. I'd like to call the regular monthly meeting to order. Would everyone please rise for the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance?
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening thankful for another successful school year. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve your children and secure for them a brighter future. And we are thankful for our dedicated and selfless employees who give of themselves on a daily basis to further the academic futures of our students. As we break for the summer, we ask your blessings upon our staff and our students. Watch over them as they travel and enjoy summer activities, and help them to finally have the time to relax and reconnect with family and friends. Please return each of them to us in August with a renewed sense of purpose to continue the progress of our school district. These things we ask in your name.
Mr. Campbell, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Ms. Voce.
Mrs. Acevedo? Here. Mr. Campbell?
Here.
Dr. Kraft? Mr. Egan? Mr. Gaines?
Here.
Mr. England? Mrs. Dysart?
Here.
Mrs. Lemoyne and Dr. Lewis are not with us. Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Warner?
Here.
Thank you, Ms. Voce. First item on the agenda is a public hearing on the 2017-2018 General Fund and Special Revenues Funds Balance and Budget. Is anyone here to speak on the public hearing for the budget at this time? Ms. Benezak, did anybody sign up? No? Okay. This will do it for the public hearing at this time, and we will move on. The public hearing is now closed, but we will continue on our regular agenda. Next item on the agenda are community concerns. No one. Okay, thank you. Next item is a recognition of the Special Olympics state competition participants. And this is such a special time of the year. We are very honored and privileged to have so many of our Special Olympics state winners and participants with us tonight. And we have Mr. Paul Fry. Would you please come up? Good evening.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to have coached and worked with this outstanding group of athletes at the Louisiana State's Summer Special Olympic Games for 2017. Each athlete competed in our local games, which included approximately 145 athletes this year, held this past March at Shelman High School, which qualified them to compete at the state games held at Southeastern Louisiana University on May 19th and 20th. I am pleased to announce that the St. Bernard Delta Region team of 30 athletes received 53 awards, which included 17 gold medals, 18 silver medals, 5 bronze medals, 11 fourth place winners, and 2 fifth place winners. We would like to thank the parents of our athletes, the hardworking coaches and volunteers, both school employees and students, the community members, our superintendent, and you, the St. Bernard Parish School Board. And at this time, I would like to announce our coaches, volunteers, and junior volunteers to come forward after I announce their names. And then we'll do our athletes, if that's okay.
Yes, Mr. Fry, if they'd come up. I know all the board members would like to shake their hand and tell the volunteers and the junior volunteers, thank you very much for all of their service and hard work for our Special Olympians. And then also the Olympic members and winners, if you would please come around to the horseshoe. All the board members and Ms. Voce would like to also congratulate you, and we are so very proud of each and every one of you. And Mr. Fry, before we go on, you mentioned the parents. Would all the parents please stand who are parents of the Special Olympics? and we thank all of you for coming tonight and also for entrusting your children with us. Thank you very much for all of your hard work also. Okay, Mr. Fry.
Angel Guerra. Mary Miller. Donna Schultz. Nicole Sensibi. Shannon Mahler. Kayla Mann. Marilyn Ruiz. Tiffany Taylor. Troy Taylor. Madison Brandt. Rajon Crosby. Darren Mahler. Katie Mahler. Lad Mahler. Harley Taylor. And Hannah Taylor.
You're everywhere. Everywhere I go, I see you.
That's all right. We'll leave it right back. Okay.
Thank you so much for helping. Got to get the right Rachel.
Darren. Thank you, Darren. Thank you.
Couldn't find your name for a minute. Oh, we forgot you. But we didn't, huh?
Hey, Larry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brian, thanks.
Perfect. That's coming. It's right there. It's right there in front, you know?
Thank you. Thank you.
When you get under the gun, sometimes you can't find it, huh? No. Thank you so much. Okay. Another one. I know you must be the one. Okay.
All right, at this time, I'd like to announce our athletes that are here that participated in our games. Leland Chatham.
Congratulations.
Eugene Christian. Matthew Davis.
See every year, Matthew.
James Dobson.
Good job.
Good job.
Justin Frazier. Hannah Harrington. Alexis Hernandez. Stephen Hernandez. Adam Jones.
All those medals. You won all those medals? Yeah, I'm telling you.
Karen Lewis. Hannah Lowe's.
Hey, everybody.
Victoria Lowe's. Jordan Mahler. Right around, baby. Dane Manette.
Good job. Congratulations, Jordan. Good job, Ben.
Thomas Miller. Bryn Flesher. Joshua Shule. BJ Schultz. Grace Treadway. Tyler Vidal. And Sage Vanette.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Fry, and we thank you for presenting all of these Special Olympiads, and we congratulate each and every one of them. We're very, very proud of them, and we thank all of you for coming tonight, and we're going to take a picture with them, all of the school board members, and Ms. Voce. If you would, we'll pose for anyone else who would like to take pictures also. Okay?
And before we take a picture, I would just like to say that I know everyone in the audience obviously had participated in the Special Olympics honoring these Special Olympians, but for those people out in the community, this has been, over the past many years, a true community endeavor. I mean, we've got people from the Sheriff's Department, the Fire Department, businesses within the community that all come out and set up at Chalmette High School and make a day-long event. And the Chalmette High School students, who are buddies for each one of our Special Olympians as they go through each and every event. And I think it's just a beautiful thing to see. We've been recognized at the state level for being one of the outstanding programs in the state for not only our Special Olympics, but for our entire program that we have for our students. So I just want everyone to know how much we value each and every child, and when you see the happy faces as they go on and participate in state competition and the many medals that they win, but more importantly, how they represent St. Bernard Parish as just truly wonderful young people. And we get nothing but praise from people in other parts of the state about how well our kids do and how well they behave and how well they participate and how well they are sportsmen. So we wish to thank our parents as well as all of our teachers and administrators who work in this program and everyone in the community that supports the Special Olympics in the St. Bernard Parish Public School System. So thank you to everyone. I think we want to stop, take a quick 5-minute recess and take a picture so we can make sure this gets in the newspaper.
One other note, Ms. Voce, this is the second year in a row that St. Bernard has won the Spirit Sportsmanship Award for Special Olympics.
Congratulations. We are now back in the session, and again, congratulations to all of the Special Olympics state competition participants and winners. And next on the agenda, we are very pleased and happy to recognize the academic gains national team. And with us tonight, we have Miss Mary Lametta. Good evening.
Good evening. As you know, they competed in Wheeling, West Virginia in the national tournament in April, and there were over 2,000 students competing in the tournament. And as expected, the students represented themselves, the district, the school, and their parents extremely well, as they always do. In addition, as you can see, they won various awards, including 2 team national runners-up in presidents and onset. So we were very proud of them. I would like to take a minute just to mention our corporate sponsor, Chalmette Refining and PBF Energy. With their generous donations, it lets us really focus on practicing and studying, and that definitely enables us to earn some of these awards. So I want to give them a mention tonight. Okay. Now, just so you know, Agloa does give team awards through 5th place, so we'll recognize that tonight. And they do recognize top 20 individuals because there are over 250 competitors in each division. So when our students place in the top 20, that's a big deal. So we will recognize the top 20 individuals and the top 5 teams tonight. And Ms. Dysart will do the honors of calling out the names and their awards.
Okay. Ms. Lametta, before we go on, we just want to thank you and thank all the coaches and the volunteers who help out with the academic games. Every year, y'all are so successful, and it's due to your hard work and absolutely the students' hard work also. But we do appreciate all that you do to help our students get to this level, a national level. That's an awesome feat. So we thank you very much, and we would like to acknowledge some of y'all who are the coaches and Ms. Lametta. We thank you for your dedication as administrator and for the St. Bernard Parish National Academic Games team. And if you would come around, and I'll appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also we have Miss Gina Aceveda, an academic achievement award for our coach. Thank you, Gina. Okay.
Middle school team.
All right, now we'd like to recognize our students. And first we have Ethan Gilchrist from Trist Middle. He won 9th place President's Team Award.
I'd like to see all those medals, Ethan. Let's go. Congratulations.
Winning a 9th place honor for the President's Team Award is Brandon Jackson from Trist Middle.
Congratulations, Brandon.
Another 9th place President's Team Award from Trist Middle, Jadel Lafuente. Also on the President's Team Award for 9th place from Trist Middle School is Mr. Landon Sanborn. Winning a 9th place for the President's Team Award and 13th place for President's Individual Award from Trist Middle is Anthony Wee. At this time, we'd like to recognize as an outstanding academic achievement coach, winning second place President's Team Award, 11th place President's Individual Award, 14th place President's Individual Award, 5th place Propaganda Team Award, 13th place Propaganda Individual Award, Miss Melinda Hall. And might I add, Melinda's been with us for several years with Academic Games and has done an excellent job. Thank you for your hard work too. Okay, winner of the second place President's Team Award and 5th place Propaganda Team Award from Lacoste Elementary School, Colby Gilchrist. Congratulations, Colby. We have a gleaming, very happy grandfather over here, too. Mr. Campbell, congratulations. Okay, a second place President's Team Award, 5th place Propaganda Team Award from Lacoste Elementary School is Andrew Wee. Congratulations, Andrew. Okay, winning a second place President's Team Award, a 5th place Propaganda Team Award from Lacoste Elementary School is Tanya White. It's Tania. I'm so sorry for my mispronunciation, Tania. Thank you for letting me know. Sure, we want to get it right. Congratulations. Okay, winning a second place President's Team Award, a 5th place Propaganda Team Award, and a 14th place President's Individual Award from Davies Elementary School is Selena Lee. Congratulations. Winning a second place President's Team Award, 11th place President's Individual Award, a 5th place Propaganda Team Award, and a 13th place Propaganda Individual Award is Miss Ava Valente. Congratulations, Ava. Let's go. Winning a 4th place President's Senior Team Award, a 3 Top 20 President's Senior Individual Awards, a 2nd place Onset Senior Team Award, 5 Top 20 Onset Senior Individual Awards, and 1 Top 20 Equations Senior Individual Award goes to Jillian Crispin. And Jillian is a coach, winning all those awards, and we thank you for all your hard work. Thank you. Congratulations, Sean.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, she works. Yeah, she's here. Okay. Winning a 4th place President's Senior Team Award, a 3 Top 20 President's Senior Individual Awards, 2nd place Onset Senior Team Award, 5 Top 20 Onset Senior Individual Awards, and 1 Top 20 Equation Senior Individual Award is Academic Achievement Coach Lee Peterson. Thank you, Lee. Kids did great. Congratulations. Okay. From Chalmette High School, we have a Sapinor National Academic Games Individual Senior Division Team B Award, and that goes to Grace Bartholomew. From Chalmette High School, Sapinor National Academic Games Individual Senior Division, Team B, Leanne Dacula. From Chalmette High School, Sapinor National Academic Games Individual Senior Division, Team B, Eric Ganji.
Eric could be here tonight.
Eric is not here, but congratulations to him. Okay. From Chalmette High School, Sapinor National Academic Games Individual Senior Division, Team B, Aaron Laurier. Loria. From Chalmette High School, Sapinor National Academic Games Individual Senior Division, and an 11th place Onsets Individual Award is Anthony Vu. From Chalmette High School, and also one of the valedictorians of Chalmette High School.
And National Merit Finalist.
And National Merit Finalist, which we're very happy and proud of for him. Member of the Sapinor National Academic Games Team Senior Division A, 4th place winner of the President's Team Award, and 2nd place Onsets Team Award is Kenny Wynn. I made you blush. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ken.
Congratulations.
It's going to Dartmouth. Okay. Yeah.
And at Chalmette High, one of the valedictorians, he'll be attending Dartmouth, which is very prestigious. Okay. Sapinor National Academic Games Team Award, Senior Division, Team A, a 4th place President's Team Award, a 20th place President's Individual Award, a 2nd place Onsets Team Award, and 15th place Onsets Individual Award, Austin Billiard.
Congratulations, Austin. You're representing me up there, huh, Austin?
Both of us.
Also from Chalmette High School and a member of the National Academic Games Team, Senior Division A, 4th place President's Team Award, a 17th place President's Individual Award, and a second place Onsets Team Award, Ms. Kelsey Billiard. From Chalmette High School, member of the Sapinor National Academic Games Team, Senior Division Team A, and also one of the valedictorians from Chalmette High School that we're very, very proud of, winning a 4th place President's Team Award, 2nd place Onsets Team Award, 8th place Onsets Individual Award is Ahmad Al-Kurd.
Congratulations.
From Chalmette High School, a member of the National Academic Games Team, Senior Division A, winning a 4th place President's Team Award, 2nd place Onsets Team Award, 8th place Onsets Individual Award, 11th place Equations Individual Award is Danton Vu.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And to present the outstanding academic achievement as an assistant coach of the St. Bernard Parish National Academic Games team, and also a former team member and a part of the
National award winner.
and a national award winner, Mr. Ryan Gregoire. Thank you. And we're very proud to say that Ryan is an attorney now. So all that hard work paid off. And again, we want to congratulate each and every one of you. We're very, very proud of you. We thank you for representing St. Bernard Parish so well. We congratulate you. We thank all of our hardworking coaches and parents. If you would please stand, we want to recognize you for your continued support. And congratulations to all of you also, parents. Nothing like seeing your child achieve academic excellence. Very great. And anyone else have anything to say, Ms.
Again, we
Cote?
would just like to congratulate all of our team members and parents and teachers and administrators who work so hard with this group. Always a great national representative. This team goes up every year. We get nothing but accolades again, not only on their academic achievements, but their character, their behavior, their caring about each other, and their sportsmanship and competition, which is most important as we move on in life. So we thank you, each and every one of you. Oh, Kelsey's in there just grinning at me. Thank you to everyone. And she's tearing up and all this. And the parents and teachers as well, and our coaches. And Mr. Gregoire, you know, you might be an assistant coach, but you're sort of like that core that runs throughout all of the teams. And we're very happy to have you, and we're very happy that in your law practice you do take time off each year to travel with the team, and that's his vacation. So we're most appreciative of what he does. So he comes out and helps us. We'll take a quick little recess and take a picture.
And if we could ask Jack.
Focus on the St. Bernard. Y'all are a great group, coaches, students, parents, grandparents, everybody that has a hand in this is to be congratulated. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I was going to ask Jack to get a close-up and of all of the thinkers up here, the Academic Games National Runner-Up of ONSATs and Academic Games National Runner-Up of President. Y'all did a great job, guys, of bringing those home. Okay. We're back in session again. And the next item on the agenda is another honor and a privilege for all of us to recognize Chalmette High School Based Health Center, who has been with us, fortunately, for 10 years. And we just want to thank you all for being a part of our school community. And we feel very, very fortunate to have each and every one of you be at the Chalmette High school-based health center. So we thank you very much for all of the work that you do. And with the school-based health center, we have several members who are here with us, but we'd like to recognize Heather Surkoff, Dr. Matram, and Wendy Barron, if you would come up. And we have a proclamation to give to you, and it reads, Chalmette High School School-Based Health Center is an integral part of the school's mission to address, as the great extent possible, the academic, social, emotional, and physical needs of the students attending Chalmette High School. The center provides a necessary service to parish adolescents, the most underserved population in the medical field, at an average rate of over 50 students per day, one of the highest daily patient care averages in the state. And whereas the Methodist Health Systems Foundation, through the center, serves our students by providing the highest standard of quality medical care to them and honors its mission of contributing to the overall health center care of the citizens of St. Bernard Parish, now be it therefore resolved that the St. Bernard Parish School Board recognizes the staff and administrators of the Chalmette High School-based Health Center and the Methodist Health Systems Foundation for a 10-year commitment as a major partner in the services provided to students in St. Bernard Parish. And be it further resolved that the St. Bernard Parish School Board recognizes all of the staff and administrators of the center and administrators of the Methodist Health System Foundations as honored members of our public school family for their continuing contributions and dedication to securing excellence in educational opportunities for the students of Chalmette High School. Does the board wish to join in a joint acclamation? All in favor of the resolution and acclamation signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries, and we thank you all, each and every one of you, so very much. And I know all the board members would like to thank you too. We really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all very, very much.
Well, we are thrilled to be here.
Thank you for everything you do for us. We appreciate it. Thank you, Heather. Y'all, you what?
Y'all come on around. We want to thank all of you. And we do appreciate all of y'all's hard work, and we appreciate y'all coming tonight too.
Y'all have goodies. Thank you so much. It's always nice to get all these little things.
So very much.
You know who that is?
Thank you very much.
Do you recognize all of them? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Fine, fine. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Dysart, could I take a point of privilege?
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Wendy Barron. I'm pleased to represent Methodist Health System Foundation here tonight. We're thrilled to be here and celebrating 10 years with you all. We brought you a little token of our appreciation of all of your support. Many of you were here at the beginning, shortly after Hurricane Katrina. With your approval, and with the unwavering support and dedication and guidance of Doris Voce, Bev Larison, Wayne Warner, and Cookie Munt, we have formed a partnership that has turned into a very successful school-based health center. We opened in a modified trailer in the 2006-07 school year, and with generous funding from the Lions Club and the Kellogg Foundation, we now occupy a state-of-the-art health center on campus. We've grown as the needs of the school have grown. Our team that you just met includes a medical director, 3 nurse practitioners, 2 of them with their advanced clinical doctorate degrees, a counselor, a social worker, 2 RNs, a medical assistant, a dietitian, and a center coordinator. We've been touted by the Department of Health and Hospitals Adolescent School Health Program as a premier school-based health center in our state. We recently received our recertification for 3 years from the Office of Public Health, but most of all, we feel that we are part of the Chalmette High School family. All of the success that we've seen has been because that partnership has been so dynamic and so wonderful to all of us. Finally, we're proud to report that over the past 10 years, we've provided services to over 13,000 students with 68,427 visits, and the year's not over. Thank you all for having us tonight.
If you would, please, Wendy, could you please introduce all of your team members who we totally appreciate?
Hi,
Wait, if you would come up to the podium so we can hear. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Glenda London, and I am one of the nurse practitioners at the school, and I've been there 10 years.
I'm Dr. Pat Mottram. I'm the medical director for the Methodist Health Systems Foundation and the clinics, and very proud to be associated with them.
Thank you.
I'm Dr. Heather Surkoff. I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm the center manager as well.
My name is Dana Biagas, and I'm the medical assistant there.
I'm Carol Roger. I'm the center data coordinator, and it's been 10 years for me.
I'm Audra Deegan, and I'm one of the nurse practitioners.
Hi, I'm May Wan. I'm one of the registered nurses at the School-Based Health Center, and I've been there for 10 years.
And last but not least, I'm Stephen Wan, and I'm one of the registered nurses at the School-Based Health Center.
Okay. We'd also like to recognize Mr. Warner. Would you like to come up and say anything, Mr. Warner, please? I know you.
Thank you, Ms. Dyson.
Thank you, Mr. Warner.
I would just like to say to you, I don't know if this community realizes the jewel we have. 68,000 visits, okay? And, you know, these are very unselfish people. They're very in tune to the adolescents. Our kids look at them as part of their family. And when they take care of a kid, they really do take care of a kid. And I can't tell you the range of the problems that they've helped us with. So I truly appreciate their efforts, and I thank you for letting us do this joint thing. The students of Chalmette High School are in a much better place because of them. And hopefully, you know, we can continue this for another 20 years or so. Okay? But I don't know if the community understands what it means to have a doctor's office in the school when kids get sick and they don't have to go find a doctor, they don't have to be out of school and so forth. It really is a truly help. And the culture that they have developed is that the kids know them and enjoy them and want to go to them when they have a problem. So I thank them very much for that.
Ms. Vochak?
I just want to say, you know, right after Hurricane Katrina, when, of course, we were in complete devastation, and I was approached with the idea of partnering with the school-based health clinic concept. And I really didn't even know what it was. And we had so much going on, and I said, oh yeah, fine, all right. Kind of pushed it to the side initially, and then began to have discussions, and Bev Larson, who is our assistant superintendent, was really an integral member of the team to help put all of this together. And the more that we talked and worked with the Methodist Foundation and developed this concept, we realized quickly after Katrina, when the community had really no doctors, no offices, nothing, absolutely nothing. And if we needed any health care for any of our students, because we opened, as we all remember, 11 weeks after the storm in those trailers, we would have to cross some body of water to get there, cross the Industrial Canal to get into New Orleans, the river to get to the West Bank, over the lake to get to the North Shore. So these people were a godsend to us. And as that relationship began to develop, and they were out there in those trailers with us, and it wasn't the most comfortable of arrangements, but they were there every day with a very caring attitude and working to help our children. And we began to see how important they were for us to partner with, how important and an integral part of how we were coming back from the storm. Then we started thinking, in the master plan as we rebuilt the school system, how could we incorporate a physical structure to put within the school so that we could help. They were there with the operational funding from the Methodist Foundation and some grants and some state funding. But we had to have a building. We had to have a place to put them. So that's when we approached the Lions Club International and the Kellogg Foundation. And together we got the funding to construct the physical facility within our school. And it's been a tremendous partnership for these 10 years. And as everyone has said, the number of students and families who have benefited from this, I just can't say enough good things. And I know that in the our state budget that's being considered right now in House Bill 1, as it passed out of the House side from the General Appropriations Committee and then the full House, there was funding cut for the school-based health clinics. And we tried to get an amendment put on the floor, which the chairman of House Appropriations asked that that amendment be rejected, and they would try to put the funds back in when it passed over to the Senate side. And right now, the bill, HB 1, is on the Senate side. So all of you out there, I would ask you to contact your senators, your state senators, and ask for the funding for the school-based health clinics to be preserved within the state budget for this coming year, because the good that these people do for our students in communities across the state is just monumental. It's something that we can't really live without. So please contact your state senators and ask them to keep the funding for the school-based health clinics in the general fund budget for the state of Louisiana for the coming year. So.
Okay.
Two senators, Sharon Hewitt and J.P. Morrell.
Well, those are ours, but anybody who's listening, yes. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Foche. Mr. Gaines?
Well, in a previous life, I was a teacher at Chalmette High School. And knowing that we had a health unit in the building is very comforting, even to the teachers, especially since I had a heart episode at one point. And these courageous people made sure I stayed alive enough to go to see my doctor and survive the angioplasty after that. So I'm internally grateful to the Chalmette Health Unit in that regard. Thank you.
Mr. Campbell? Thank you, Mr. Gaines.
Yes. Previous life of mine, I was a teacher at Beauregard, and one of my students sits out there. Dang.
Yes. Dang. Okay, anyone else? Well, we, again, thank you. We thank the Methodist Foundation, and we appreciate all of y'all's hard work on a daily basis. And 68,000 visits, to think that our students would have to leave school and go to a doctor or a clinic to see someone with an illness. Y'all saved 68,000 school days for our students too, besides taking wonderful care of their health. So we thank you. We feel very fortunate and very blessed to have you. And we hope that the Methodist Foundation and the state funding continues and that we can continue to have you all. And thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you too, Mr. Warner. We appreciate all that you do to keep all of the Chalmette High family together. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks again to all of you for coming tonight. Okay, next item on the agenda is the consideration of a request from Entergy. And we have a representative from Entergy tonight. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm not sure I can follow the last three groups that was up there. But I'll try my best.
Okay.
Well, good evening. I'm Curtis Navis. I'm the operation coordinator for all of St. Bernard in the East Bank of Blackness Parish. Along with me is Aaron Kitchen. He's our project manager for the proposal on the board for the relocation of which was Araby Sub, which will be renamed Kalikia Sub in the future. Pam Furbos is the customer service representative for St. Bernard, the parish, the school board, and the major accounts. Ryan Adams is our distribution design engineer, handles everything in St. Bernard. And Tony Green Brown, which is our public affairs manager. Today we'd just like to discuss the relocation of which was Araby Sub. For those who don't know, Araby Sub is basically located at the end of Center Street on the other side of the levee, which at that point is Marsh. Our proposal is to build a new substation, state-of-the-art, and we're looking to acquire the rights for an exclusive servitude, which would be the northwest corner of the parish at the old school site, which was on Mustang. In our preliminary reviews, we got two options, which we're not sure which one would be more favorable to the school board. Option one, in the diagram, you notice there's a building. That building has been demolished and taken down. This also gives the clearance for the proposed DOT freeway that has been discussed for years. That's why you would see that it's moved a little bit further to the south. The access road would be to the left, which would come down Angela. Everything that we have would exit down Angela to Mustang and distribute through the neighborhoods from that point. Option two takes it a little different route. It's a little further to the northwest corner, basically against Florida Avenue. It would exit to the east and wrap around the back of the property, which would have an access road completely around the school board property itself. Pretty close to the same, dimensions, except for it's a little bit further toward Florida Avenue. The access to Araby Sub now is remote. Just here in the recent past, we had several acts of vandalism because of its location. Nobody knows it's back there. Once you get back there, there's damages that could occur. That has happened to us recently. We would propose to build, because it would be more visible at this point, concrete barrier wall. It would do two things: hold down the noise level, which is already to pretty much a minimum, but it would help deflect that noise a little bit better. Plus, it would be a little bit more beautification. There's a couple of examples of the wall. on pages 3 and 4. This is a substation that's built in Madison County, Mississippi. It would pretty much mirror what we're looking to do. You can see, you will be, some of the equipment will be visible, but it'll be a minimum. The transmission dead-end structures, it's pretty much the same basic structures that we have going down Prosper to Lil now. These would enter from off of Florida Avenue, hit the station, and exit back toward Florida Avenue. So as far as new structures being built would be a minimum. It would just enter the station and exit the station. Now the size of the substations, the dimensions is basically 270 by 340. An additional 175 would be needed for right-of-way, just to enter and exit. The noise levels would be held down by the new fence. Like I said, we have stations around the parish already. The fence would show a little beautification for the property, and it would deflect a little bit of the noise. During the construction of the station, we would be entering off of Florida Avenue. That would keep the residents of St. Bernard, not to be able to see the amount of traffic with the big trucks and big equipment coming in. Florida Avenue would be our access point to minimize that. After the station's built, our local crews would access down Angela into the station, which is very minimum. The only time they would really need to go in there is to do some maintenance, or if something was going on, if we had a weather event, they need to get to the station to isolate, to make repairs. So ideally that would only happen 2 to 3 times a month, maybe. We hope for less than that. But, with the weather, we got to do what we got to do to, maintain a safe level. As far as any restrictions, if anything else wanted to be built on the property, that would be fine, just as long as it didn't encroach on power line right away, to where if we built a building, it just have to be 10 foot off of the power lines, which is standard procedure. And like I said, between option 1 and option 2, there's 2 different views of it, depending on which one would be more suitable. Option 1 shows everything coming in basically against the barracks on the left-hand side of the property. Option 2 shows the road coming back around from the north to the east, which would kind of parallel the railroad track. So that both of those are options. It'd be more which one y'all would be more suitable with. And overall, the property offers protection from the levee, which in return offers better reliability for our customers, faster response time during storm events, getting the lights on, making people comfortable, getting the necessarily infrastructure back up in case of a major storm. We get the police department, hospitals, fire department, the things that we critically need to operate. And then, of course, we're building a new station, so everything would be state of the art.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. England?
Yes. Are we looking for a lease or a purchase?
It would be a right-of-way agreement. I'm not sure exactly at what point would purchase be the correct term.
So you're talking about granting a servitude as opposed to a lease or a purchase? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes, ma'am. It would be a servitude in perpetuity.
Well, to me, I would like the administration to take a look at this and get back to the board, or get a little committee together and
Can I ask
Well,
a
let's
couple
see.
of questions?
Sure, go right ahead.
You know, last time we talked, y'all were going to come back with a site plan
Yeah.
with the, almost like a survey site plan with all of it apportioned out so that we would see the actual footage where it sits on the land, the access roads drawn in, the rights of way drawn in. Do y'all have that? Were you able to bring that this evening? Other than just a picture of this?
Yeah, just the diagram is all we have today. We can acquire that.
Okay, well, like Ms. England suggested, I think, you know, we had a preliminary meeting, and with us, Mr. Gerald, Mr. Fernandez was in there, and I don't remember which of you gentlemen or ladies were with us that day. I think it was a different crew, primarily. You were there?
I wasn't at the last
None of you were there, right? Well, we left that meeting, if I remember correctly, with when you would come back, we would have almost like a survey done. Y'all were going to bring back a site plan. It would have all the dimensions of everything, all the proposals on it, where the rights of way would be, where the servitude would end, a lot more detail than this particular
Yes, ma'am.
picture or drawing. Are you the lead person in this presentation tonight? Obviously.
I guess so.
Okay. Well, I would suggest.
You just let me know what you need. And we'll
Okay. I think what we do is we need the crew who either met with us last time, or if you guys are going to take this over, we need to have a meeting with members of our administrative staff with what we had asked for to be brought back to us for discussion before we can even make any recommendation to the board whatsoever. So I don't know, I hate to put Mr. Fernandez on the spot, but do you remember the lead person who worked with us last time on this? I know Mr. Canepa was there, but he had representatives from your central administration. I don't remember the Mr. Gerald, do you remember the name? No. You were sitting in there too. Right. So I think if you converse with those members who were with us in that meeting and find out exactly what was supposed to be brought back to us for presentation to the board would be our next step. Because really what we have here is not going to help us make a decision of any type. I wouldn't think would help the board make a decision of any type tonight.
No, that's understandable. We completely
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
And I'll make sure that gets.
So you make sure that happens, and you can give us a call. They know that Mr. Fernandez is our contact, and if you bring all that information back, we can sit down, we can take a good look at it, and then we'll have to bring it back to the board once we get those details.
Completely understandable.
Okay?
Please accept our apology. We'll make sure we take care of it.
Because
Okay.
they told us at the meeting that y'all were on a timeline.
Right, so.
Right.
So we've been waiting for that
Right.
information we thought it might be sent to us even before the meeting. So we
Right.
were waiting for it to come back to us so that we could study it and be informed with whatever questions we had for you and recommendations to our board members.
Not a problem.
Okay?
I'll
Thank
make
you
sure
very
that
much.
Wait, before you leave, we have some other questions
ma'am.
too, please. Okay, Dr. Kraft?
Yes, Mr. Davis, what I'd like to see in the future, right here, is that on property that you have under your control now, this structure there on option 1 and 2?
No, sir, that's the
That's
proposal.
our property.
Okay.
That's school
That's
board
our-
That's
property.
Araby Park, the old Araby, old
Okay.
Araby Park.
So
property.
this is not built at all, this is.
No, sir, this is
going
just
to
a
be
d-
built on
diagram.
our space. So, yeah, what I'd like to see is how much land in totality is involved here. And this is the way we can better
Right.
make a decision there. So I think you got a gist of what Superintendent Voce has indicated of what we need, and of course, further clarification with Mr. Fernandez can be made, and this would be good. So get
Right.
back with us on
And
that.
I know the Florida Avenue Bridge and extended way has been talked about now for years and years and years and
30
years. And you're saying option 1 gives some type of clearance on there, option 2 does not. So I think we're also going to have some information as to if we proceed at all with any of this, what that blockage would be. We might be prohibited from doing something too close to this. So there's a lot of questions to be asked and answered, but we need to begin with a real survey-type site plan and some very definitive information given to us
Yes,
on the
ma'am.
proposed structure.
We'll get the correct people to
Thank
review
you.
all needed and get that information back to the school board.
Okay. We have Mr. Warner.
That was my question. Ms. Boche just asked.
And I had a couple of questions. The fence that you showed pictures of, that would just be in the front or surrounding the entire?
It's going to completely surround the whole
Completely
station.
surrounded. Okay. And then I had a question too about that option two. Those large structures that are shown in the transmission dead end structure,
Yes,
those
ma'am.
would go along the 40 Arpin Canal, or would those go down?
We have a line that currently runs on the north side of Florida Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And what would happen is we would have to basically make them turn, come into the station, and then exit back to the station, back across the north side of Florida Avenue. So as far as the structures, except for where they terminate into the station,
Mhm.
would actually be on the north side of Florida Avenue.
So they wouldn't be down the any of the neighborhoods
No, ma'am.
surrounding the
No,
area or
ma'am.
anything, down just
We
Florida Avenue?
we will have to do some rerouting of distribution lines, which is the wooden poles that you're familiar with seeing in the neighborhoods.
Mhm.
But that would be, at a minimum. It would kind of mirror the same thing that they basically have now.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions while we have Ms. Davis and team members here?
Do you need a motion?
Mr. Gaines?
Do you need a motion tonight, or?
No, they just have to bring us, we can't recommend anything tonight.
Okay, Ms. Acevedo?
Yes, I'm concerned about the health issues with the plant. Like if we decide to maybe put another school there in the future, is there a problem with that?
No, there's no health issues. I mean, we have stations located all through the parish. We got one in Chalmette, one in Miro. There is no need for health issues or a worry for health issues from electricity.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes, this would just concern the board. My question would be, some sit on this board. Years ago, we had some parents from the area who came and addressed the board over other issues. My concern is, are we going to contact the neighborhood? And yes, if you recall, the superintendent, not the sitting one, was attacked viciously from a member of that community. And that would be my concern, is let's be above board with the community and get their input as well.
Okay, are there any other questions or comments or concerns at this time? Okay, well, Mr. Davis and team members, we appreciate y'all coming tonight, and you'll be getting back to the superintendent with the required information.
Yes, ma'am.
And we appreciate it very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
For having us.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is a recognition of receipt of the GFOA, the Government Finance Officers Association, and the ASBO, Association of School Board Officials Awards for excellence in financial reporting. And Mr. Fernandez, who we appreciate so much, being, yes. This is an award. We received a letter. It says, congratulations on the behalf of the Association of School Business Officials, ASBO International. They're pleased to inform us that the St. Bernard Parish School Board has received the ASBO Certificate of Excellence in Financial Reporting for the fiscal year ending 2016. This award represents a significant achievement and reflects your commitment to fiscal integrity and high-quality financial reporting. The Certificate of Excellence Review Team has provided their comments for improvement regarding your comprehensive annual financial report. And your district, it just talks about the district, has to have a copy of the original comments, etc., an application packet. Congratulations to you and the members of your staff who worked so hard to earn the COE this year, and we look forward to your continued participation in the COE program. And we have an Association of School Business Officials and a National Certificate presented to the St. Bernard Parish School Board for its comprehensive annual financial report for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2016. And there's a Certificate of Excellence in Financial Reporting in your packet, and I'm sure those awards will be plaques soon to come. Correct, Mr. Fernandez?
Yes.
Okay, and then we also received, Mr. Fernandez's office received a letter notifying us of the fiscal year-end comprehensive financial report from GFOA, Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting. It's the highest form of recognition in governmental accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment. Congratulations for having satisfied the high standards of the program. We hope that your example will encourage others in their efforts to achieve and maintain an appropriate standard of excellence in financial reporting. And it goes on to talk about the Certificate of Achievement, and it's awarded to governments, and it's also presented to an individual or department designated by the government as primarily responsible for its having earned the certificate. So we want to thank Mr. Fernandez, your staff, Ms. Voce, and the entire financial office for doing an excellent job as usual. We appreciate all of your hard work and the receipt of these wonderful awards that we look forward to every year. And I think this is possibly the 24th or 25th year.
I think it's the 22nd or 23rd. I can't recall exactly.
It's up
which
there.
One. Yeah, it's one of those.
It's high up. Well,
it's over 20.
2 decades.
So congratulations. And this is for our Department of Business Services, and we appreciate again all of Mr. Fernandez, your hard work, Ms. Voce, your supervision and your leadership, and
all this.
I don't know what to say. It's almost the same thing every year. We say thank you to David Fernandez and the people who work with him in business services, the very few people that handle the multi-millions of dollars, and really even at the over $500 million of FEMA money that has come to our school system, and the multi-millions from other operational and state funds, and have done it without any questions at all, never a question cost, never, not even an adjusting entry or a suggestion for improvement in internal controls, no management letters, no nothing. And for people who are in the accounting arena, they know how rare that is. And you know, it's like if you're in sports and you go to the Super Bowl every year, or you go to the playoffs at least every year, and it becomes expected. And nothing less than that is accepted by the fans of the clubs, and nothing less than that is ever expected from us, because we know the high level of achievement that Mr. Fernandez expects from all of the people who work with him and with us in our business department, and really all the way out into the schools themselves. Because as educators, teachers and educators, sometimes like, well, why do I have to get these quotes? Or why do I have to make sure that we purchase off a particular contract? Or why do I have to do that? And we've got everybody trained to the point, well, they may not know why, they just know they have to do it, so that we are legal and that we make sure that we do everything with the best practices from the state, and we follow all the bid laws. And we do that so that we can come out with such a clean audit and come out with the awards for our financial reporting so that the citizens of the community know that this board and this school system is a great steward of the public funds. So while we just sort of take this for granted every year, there are many, many public entities out there that are always seem to be in some kind of trouble over their financial or fiscal management. And we're very fortunate that for, I guess, all of our lifetimes, our career times in the school system, we've never had that situation occur here. So thank you to Mr. Fernandez, to the entire staff that we have here, going all the way out to the schools and the principals and the teachers who do have to handle some of the funds and the ordering on a daily basis.
Okay, Dr. Kraft.
Madam President, I'd like to offer a motion of commendations, appreciation, and congratulations to our finance department, its leader, Mr. Fernandez, and our superintendent, Ms. Voce, for making this possible. It doesn't happen every place in every school district. I want you to know that. And it takes a lot of hard work. It takes meeting high expectations and moving along. So if I can get a second of that, we'll ask the board to do it. We gotta.
Mr. Warner seconds that commendation and resolution.
They do it, but they make it look easy.
Yes,
And we
they
know
do.
it's not easy. We know it's very difficult what you do, so thank y'all very much.
It's a mindset, day in and day out, year after year.
Does the board
Appreciate
wish to go into a joint acclamation of the commendation? Okay, all in favor of the joint acclamation, signify by saying aye. Aye. Commendation and resolution passes. Thank you, and again, Ms. Voce, Mr. Fernandez, and the entire, your staff. We appreciate all of your hard work throughout the year. And I know we say this every year too, like you said, Ms. Voce, it's almost, it's kind of expected now, but it's a very, it's not an award that everyone gets. It's a very small percentage. Do we know how many actually got this award in the state?
I'd say of the GFOA awards statewide, maybe 45, and that's of all governmental entities. That's all governmental entities.
School systems.
That's
So
school
that would
systems,
include-
parishes, cities, levy boards, any governmental entity. The school ASBA one is a lesser amount because that's only available to school systems. But a lot of people don't apply for it. It is a lot of hard work.
Right. And this award is primarily for financial reporting and transparency. The CAFR that we put out the comprehensive financial report that David prepares. This, along with the audit that comes out every year, which has been pristine for the last, at least in my career time here, as far back as I can remember, I mean, is most significant. So you put those two together in terms of the clean audits and the transparency and reporting and the comprehensiveness of the statements, really makes for a great fiscal entity.
Thank you very much again for all of your hard work. Anyone else? Okay. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda is a motion to incorporate the May 9, 2017 General Committee Report into the minutes of the May regular monthly meeting. Is there motion by Mr. Warner, seconded by Mr. Long? Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Okay, next item on the agenda is a motion to approve the following minutes. The minutes of the regular monthly meeting of October 25th, 2016, as published on December 2nd, 2016. There's a motion by Ms. Acevedo, seconded by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next are the minutes of the regular monthly meeting of January 24th, 2017, as published on May 5th, 2017. Motion by Mr. Campbell, second by Dr. Kraft. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Next are the minutes of the regular monthly meeting of January 24, 2017, as published on May 5th, 2017. Is there a motion? Motion by Mr. England, seconded by Ms. Acevedo. Any discussion? Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Next is the approval of the minutes of the regular monthly meeting of February 21st, 2017, is published on May 5th, 2017. Is there a motion? Motion by Mr. Warner, second by Mr. Gaines. Any discussion? Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Next are the minutes of the special meeting of March 14th, 2017, as published on May 19th, 2017. Motion by Dr. Kraft, seconded by Mr. Campbell. Any discussion? Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Next are the minutes of the regular monthly meeting of March 28, 2017, as published on May 19, 2017. Motion by Mr. Gaines, second by Mr. Egan. Any discussion? Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you, Ms. Voce. Next item is a motion to approve a resolution providing signature authority for the superintendent to sign the St. Bernard Parish School Board Grant Agreement for the Orchard Foundation. There was no recommendation by the committee, and the resolution reads as such. On the 23rd day of May 2017, at a meeting of the School Board of St. Bernard Parish held in the city of Chalmette, a quorum of the members present, the following business was conducted. It was duly moved and seconded that the following resolution be adopted. Be it resolved that the St. Bernard Parish Board members approve St. Bernard Parish School Board to authorize Doris Voce, Superintendent, to negotiate on terms and conditions that they may deem advisable a contract or contracts with the Orchard Foundation and to execute said documents on behalf of the school board. Further, we do hereby give her the power and authority to do all things necessary to implement, maintain, amend, or renew said documents. The above resolution will be passed by a majority of those present and voting in accordance with the powers assigned as board members, and we will certify that the above and foregoing constitutes a true and correct copy of a part of the minutes of a meeting of the St. Bernard Parish School Board held on the 23rd of May, 2017. And before we vote on it, Mr. Dalongo, I'm sorry, I should have called you up prior to reading the resolution. Good evening.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Do you want to discuss and tell us about the Orchard
Yeah.
Foundation, please?
Sure. So the grant is actually twofold. It has two parts. The first is going to be to fund some education and internships for our students over the summer. We'll be able to send three of our Jumpstart students to the Carpenters International Trade Foundation workshop. It's 4 weeks, and they'll get the core level training from them, which will allow them, if they choose to go into the Carpenters Union after high school, it'll allow them easier entry into it. The other part of it is that it will fund 3 students in internships within the St. Bernard Parish school districts. The first 2 will be for a Law 1 and an Act 833 student to work with our maintenance department, and the other will be for a regular education student to work with our communications department, doing some of our graphic design work that we get done over the summer. Including the Chalmette High School scheduling document, big projects like that. The student will work on it, and she'll be working towards an advanced industry-based credential during the summer. The other part of it is for me to participate in developing with a few other CTE coordinators around the state. We'll be developing an intake program for career and technical education coordinators, basically a playbook for that first year that you're in that position to make that transition from other central office positions or teacher positions into being an effective CTE coordinator. So those are the two parts to the grant.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that explanation
Not a
of the
problem.
entire grant program. And are there any questions? Or Ms. Voce, do you want to add anything to it?
Not really. It's a wonderful program. This is just a formality. Since it's a nonprofit foundation, it requires a board resolution to allow me just to sign for the grant. So I think it's what, an $8,500 grant?
Yeah, about that.
Well,
It's
how
I
much?
think it's 1,200.
1,200
Yeah.
for that piece? Okay.
Well, it's 8,000 for the career,
Right.
for the CTE supervisor, and it's 6,000 for the student part.
Okay. So this would be just a grant from this foundation to fund all the activities that Ms. Valalongo described, and this resolution would just allow me to sign the grant.
Mr. Warner?
It's one of those legal requirements.
The resolution and Ms. Boche to sign the grant for the orchard company.
Okay, there's a motion by Mr. Warner, seconded by Mr. England. Any discussion? I just want to say, Ms. Valongo, thank you for your excellent job with the CTE program. It's been very successful, and we really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Great
Excellent. Thanks.
opportunity for our students, absolutely. Anyone else? Okay, there's a motion on the floor and a second. Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you, thanks for coming tonight. Next item is a motion to approve the changes to the guide to student conduct for 2017-2018 school year. There was a recommendation from the committee. Okay, Mr. Gaines makes the motion. Is there a second? Mr. Long seconds the motion. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next item are personnel changes for May 2017. Good evening, Mr. Granberry.
Good evening. The highlighted ones are the changes that took place since the last meeting.
Oh.
A little bit. It could be. You're right. It could be.
Thank you very much for all the work you've done.
Appreciate it.
That would be a challenge, going through that many pages and records.
You know
Oh, yeah, she graduated in like 3 years.
it? Okay.
We have a couple of retirees we'd like to recognize at this time. Sullivan Williams, Chalmette High home ec teacher. Congratulations on your retirement, and we thank you for your many years of service. And also Roylene Moniz, Raleigh paraeducator. We thank you also for all of your hard work and many years of service. Mr. Gaines?
Just want to mention that Miss Sullivan's, Miss Williams' bread pudding. She makes a fabulous bread pudding.
Oh.
So that will be sorely missed as well.
I have a question, Mr. Granberry, on the ones, the first group not returning, is that because that was out of their wishes? Or the positions were
Five
not
of them did not
available?
reapply for positions. 2 of them were not certified,
Okay.
fully certified. 1 was hired as a coach and did not coach anymore, so that's what happened with his position, so.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation. Okay, Mr. Campbell?
Yes, I also would like to recognize Miss Monet's retirement at Riley. Taught a couple of her children many years ago. And she's a fine lady, and I wish her the best.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, thank you, Mr. Granberry, and we thank you for all your hard work, too. You have been quite busy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, next item are the personnel appointments for 2017, 2018.
That's a list of everyone that's presently employed in our school system. And those that will be employed for the 2017-18 school year.
Okay.
How many employees do you have?
850 maybe, mid-800s, right around.
That's a beautiful list
It's
of employees.
hard to keep track, you know, it's like 3 resignations today, you know, it's like,
Oh,
Lots of movement.
it's ongoing, huh?
you know, 3 resignations and a retirement. Miss Williams, we got her retirement today. You know.
That's a lot better than those first few months after Katrina.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Are we the largest employer in the parish, or
Yes.
second largest, or?
We used to be before Katrina, but I don't think we are anymore.
I don't think we're the largest now, but we're up there.
We're up there.
Up in the top 5.
Top 3, I think.
Mr. Granberry, is Miro Elementary completely staffed at this time, or are there still openings?
We have one special education opening at Merrill Elementary, teacher-wise, and then we're going to fill up with, we have all the para educators we need. We're advertising tomorrow for a cafeteria worker, and like special ed has to put speech therapist, social worker, psychologist, nurse staff, you know.
Okay.
But we will be staffed. We'll have it,
Good deal, thank you.
provided nobody quits.
As they move this summer, they'll be in and out over the summer.
Yes.
Last minute, oh, we gotta move.
Yeah, we have that happen all summer, you know.
Okay, Mr. Long?
Do we still have a shortage of bus drivers? No?
Yes and no, but we have substitutes that are working there.
We've been able to fill all the permanent spots. We would like to have a few more subs, you know, for people who are out ill or on, you know, different issues. But, so we can always use subs, and the way to become a permanent bus driver is to do the substituting first.
Right.
That's where we get the permanent drivers from. So we're better off than we were before, and we're continually training people. So anyone who is interested, we do want to speak with you because we need that constant training for new people to come on with us.
And we do have the
Substitutes are
people.
good because you can get a look at them.
We
Yes.
do have the people that can train, you know, we train our own bus drivers. you
Right.
know.
Do you need a motion for this?
No.
No, okay.
Okay, are there any other questions? Okay. Congratulations again to the retirees and happy retirement. Okay. Next item is a motion to approve the 2017-2018 personnel evaluation plan. There was a recommendation by the committee. There's a motion by Mr. Campbell, second by Dr. Kraft. Any discussion or questions? There being none, cast your vote, please.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next item is a motion to approve the request for permission by mail letters of assurance. There was a recommendation by the committee. There's a motion by Dr. Kraft, seconded by Mr. Warner. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your vote.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next item is a motion to approve the administration's request. Thank you, Mr. Granberry.
You're welcome.
Administration's request to renew flood insurance. There was a recommendation by the committee. So motion by Ms. Acevedo, seconded by Mr. Long. And with us tonight, we have Mr. Clements and Mr. Fernandez. Are there any questions at this time?
I got a question.
Okay, Mr. England.
Yeah, for Mr. Clemens. Mr. Clemens, what about the flood maps? You know, would that affect our ratings? You know, of course, I know they.
No, it won't help
Parish,
us.
but it
Yeah.
hasn't been.
I heard that they were coming out at the end of this year.
Right.
I heard that from the floodplain manager at the parish, so I thought that was a pretty good source.
Right.
It's really not going to affect us, though.
It's not?
No, we're not changing to anything worse.
Okay.
And even if we did, you know, our elevations are so good, and I don't think it'd be detrimental at all.
I thought with the new maps, we might get a reduction in premiums.
Insurance going down.
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking for that number to go down.
Uh-huh.
You gotta try.
I'll give you some tickets.
You're right. Well, the program's coming for reauthorization this year, and it's been out for 5 years now, so who knows what'll happen to maybe make it more palatable for us. We did go to the private market this year, and we couldn't get any takers.
Right, okay.
It's still, where we are and commercial property.
Right.
That's problems.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Are there any other questions at this? Any other questions at this time for Mr. Clemens? There being none, there's a motion and a second to accept the renewal of flood insurance. Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you, Mr. Clemens, for
Thank you.
being here tonight. Next item is the adoption of the 2017 ad valorem tax millages, and there was a recommendation by the committee. Mr. Fernandez?
Yes, the resolutions are in your packet. We're adopting the same rates as we did last year. So there is no increase, and it has to be passed by a roll call vote.
Mr. Fernandez, there's no increase, you said, in the
No
millages,
increase from the
correct?
previous year, no ma'am.
Of the previous year. Okay. Thank you. The resolution reads as such. Be it resolved that the following millages are hereby levied on the 2017 tax roll on all properties subject to taxation by the St. Bernard Parish School Board. School District Constitutional millage, 3.83 mils. School District Operational, 9.44 mils. School District Operational, 3.06 mils. School District Operational, 19.39 mils. School District Maintenance, 5.50 mils. Be it further resolved that the proper administrative officials of the Parish of St. Bernard, State of Louisiana, be and they are hereby empowered, authorized, and directed to spread said taxes as herein above set forth upon the assessment roll of said parish for the year 2017, and to make the collection of the taxes imposed for and on behalf of the taxing authority according to law, and that the taxes herein levied shall become a permanent lien and privilege on all property subject to taxation as herein set forth. Collection thereof shall be enforceable in the manner provided by law. And then the following resolution has been read, the roll call will be adopted, and the resolution will be adopted by the following votes. And this is a certification that the foregoing is a true and exact copy of the resolution adopted at the board meeting held today, May 23rd, 2017, at which meeting a quorum was present and voting. The St. Bernard Parish School Board, Parish of St. Bernard, Louisiana, this 23rd day of May, 2017. Anyone have any comments or discussion at this time?
Just a roll call vote.
Okay, roll call vote,
I have
please.
one
Wait, Dr. Kraft?
comment. I understand that this is just for operations of the school system. We don't have any indebtedness on the school buildings. They're paid for, right?
Absolutely
That
none.
calls for
Everything
celebration.
is free and clear. We are debt-free. We have paid for all of our outstanding bonds on the old buildings, and every new structure was built with a combination of federal funds, FEMA, community development block grant funds, insurance proceeds, and we did not have to go to the taxpayers for any of those projects. So we owe nothing on all of our school buildings at
That's
this
the
time.
first time in decades and decades that that has happened. And very few school system can crow about this particular accomplishment. And to our administration, we thank them for their hard work in making this all possible. And board, you have reasons to be proud. So let's move forward from here for greater accomplishments of the future.
Okay, anyone else? Thank you, Dr. Kraft. Okay, there being no further discussion, roll call vote, please.
Didn't we have a motion?
Did someone, I thought we had a motion.
Yeah, I so moved.
Dr. Kraft moved, Mr. Gaines seconded.
Right, y'all
Okay.
did that, all right. Mrs. Acevedo?
Yes.
Mr. Campbell?
Yes.
Dr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Egan?
Yes.
Mr. Gaines?
Yes.
Mr. England?
Four.
Mrs. Dysart?
Four.
Mr.
Four.
Long? Mr. Warner?
4.
Okay,
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. Next item is a motion to approve the 2017-2018 general fund and special revenue funds budget. There was a recommendation by the committee, and at the beginning of our meeting tonight, we did have a public hearing.
So moved.
Okay, there's a motion by Dr. Kraft, second by Mr. Campbell. Any discussion? Okay. There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next item is a motion to approve the bid tabulation on new buses. There was a recommendation by the committee.
So moved.
There's a motion by Mr. Long, seconded by Mr. Warner. Any discussion or questions? It's the lowest bid. Okay. No further discussion. Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Next item is a motion to approve the bid tabulation for spices, seasonings, Class 2, cereal, dried beans, crackers, Class 3, frozen foods, Class 5, meat products, Class 6, poultry, eggs, Class 7, seafood products, Class 8, and canned goods, Class 9, for the period of July 1st, 2017 through December 31st, 2017. There was a recommendation by the committee. And with us tonight, we have Ms. Bloom. Okay. Is there a motion? Motion by Mr. Campbell. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Acevedo. Any discussion or questions? All of these are lowest bid. Okay. God bless you.
Thank you, Ms. Bloom. Appreciate your hard work.
Yes, we do appreciate your hard work, Ms. Bloom. And all of the cafeteria ladies. Okay, anyone else? Please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next item is a motion to approve the bid tabulation for milk products for July 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018. Whoa.
So moved.
Okay, Mr. Warner. Seconded by Mr. England.
Time's rolling.
Okay, any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next item is a motion to approve the bid tabulation for bread products for July 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018. There was a recommendation by the committee. There's a motion by Mr. Gaines, seconded by Ms. Acevedo. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you. Next item is a motion to authorize the administration's request to advertise a quote solicitation for fresh fruits and vegetables for the period of July 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018. Motion by Mr. Egan. Any discussion?
Got a second?
I mean, second. Is there a second? Who was so excited? Okay, Mr. Dr. Kraft.
I was too busy trying to get him to make the motion.
There being no discussion, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you, Ms. Bloom. Appreciate it. Okay, next item is an RFP results, Tier 1, Grade 3 through 5 ELA. There was no recommendation by the committee. Good evening, Ms.
Good
Halton.
evening. I'm almost the caboose, I think.
Yeah, almost.
Okay. In the last few weeks, we've put out two RFPs for, and the first one is for a Tier 1 ELA program for grades 3 through 5. The state has never had a recommendation for a Tier 1 program. There are a lot of Tier 1 programs out there, but we put out the RFP, and we got 8 companies that responded to us. So you'll see that attached to this are the results, are the results of the tabulation. And if you notice that the one we have won with, that is a Tier 1 recommendation from the state, is the least expensive of all of them also. It's on, and it got the most points. It's the second one. It's you'll see it under Great Minds, Wit and Wisdom. That's the name of the company. And the state, like I said, has never had a Tier 1 program for 3rd through 5th grade. We've written our own curriculum and used some of the things that the state provided, but this is a curriculum that would provide the teachers with teachers' editions and student workbooks and assessments and everything to go along with it. Okay? Does anybody have any questions?
Okay. There's a motion by Mr. Long, seconded by Dr. Kraft, to accept the lowest bid and the recommendation of the administration of Two Great Minds, Wit Wisdom. Okay. Any discussion or questions? Okay.
And if you notice on the front, it says that we have the option to renew this for 2 additional one-year contracts. That's on the front. So if we adopt it tonight, we can adopt it and then keep it for 2 more years if we choose to do so.
Okay. But then you would come before the board for the additional
No.
years? Or it would just be
We would
ongoing?
have 2 more years. I mean, we have the option to just go, if we really like it and we want to go with it, we have the option to go with it for 2 more
And
years.
renew it at the same price.
At the same price. Yes. Okay? And the second one is a library.
Wait, we need to vote on this
I'm
one
sorry.
first.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Getting a little
Jumping the
jittery.
gun. It's okay. Trying to get it done.
Sleep deprived.
Okay, on any other questions on this RFP? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Now the library books.
Okay, the library books, we also have the option to renew this for 2 additional one-year periods at the same price. And what we did was when we looked at the 8 companies that provided the specs to us, if you'll notice, the 2 that tied are highlighted, okay? You'll notice that the one at the top, it's a little bit cheaper. The price was a little bit cheaper, like within $90 or so. We sent out a group of books and we asked for prices on these books. But the reason why we opted to go with both companies is because lots of times if you go to look for something for one company, they don't have it and you have to go to another company. Do you have the prices on yours?
No, we don't have the prices.
Okay. So I don't know what happened because I thought the prices were on here. Like the prices, we sent out a bid for, like, I know the prices in my head, okay? For like some sample elementary books and some sample middle school books and some sample paperback books, and we gave them a list of the books we wanted. And I think Mackin came in at like $1,000 like $89, and then the next one came out at $1,185. It was very close, okay? But if you noticed, we rated them on other things besides the monetary thing. And the good thing about having the 2 companies is that sometimes when you look at the specs, one book might be cheaper on Mackin than it is on Follett. So even though we have both companies, we would go with the cheaper price when we buy the books.
Okay. See, these types of bids are very difficult because when you're buying library books, there are hundreds of thousands of books, millions of books that you could order. So you can't possibly get a price on everything you would possibly order.
Sample.
So what we do, the elementary librarians, the middle school librarians, and the high school librarians get a sample of their most used books, and we compile them. And about how many
Oh, I was
20,
tabulating them
they're-
for a long time. There was a lot. There were maybe 100.
So maybe out of all that you could possibly buy, we would choose 100 books. They would each price those books, and then we add them all up. And collectively, the lower amount, and that's when she's referring to the 1,095 or whatever versus the 1,181. It's just like we do those catalog bids, where you pick certain parts of the catalog, you add them up, and then you award the bid based on that. So when we actually, if we approve both vendors, when the librarian actually goes to buy the library book, and they'll just compare the price of the books they wish to buy and buy from the lower of the two.
And we did look at this very carefully, and they did tie. And another good thing is that you're really, having the two options is really,
What's in stock at the time.
what's in stock
and
at the time. Because
who
lots of
provides
times
it
you'll order
quicker
from
and
one
all that.
company, and they don't have it in stock, so you need it so you could order from the other company.
This is for all the libraries?
Yes.
This will be in effect for 3 years.
All the school
And
libraries.
in our actual RFP, it said that we could award the bid to multiple
vendors.
It wasn't like we had to get one vendor. So that said that in the RFP.
Mr. Gaines?
Just a quick question. Paulette's still the cataloging program that we have in all our schools, is that correct?
And these are the two companies that Laura Bush went with when she redid our library after Katrina. She went with these two. I know that's the two she went with. But we just felt like this was these two companies have been, we've been dealing with them a while, and their specs were very good. They were the cheapest of all the ones we sent. A couple of the companies have X's on them, and you notice one of them was all e-books, and that's not what we wanted. We wanted hardcover books and paperback books. And one of them didn't give us a bid on the elementary. They just gave it on the other ones. So you'll notice that's why they have X's there. But
Okay. All righty, there's a recommendation by the administration to go with two companies, Follett and Mackin. Is there a motion on the floor? Mr. Gaines? Is there a second? Mr. Warner? Okay, any further discussion? Okay, there being none, please.
Thank you.
Cast your votes.
Motion passes 9-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
night.
Hartman. Thank you for sticking with us to the end.
Jimmy Durant, please.
Thank you. Okay. Next item are items to be placed on the agenda of the next committee meeting. Does anyone have anything at this time? Okay, you always have before the next, oh, you do, okay,
Well,
Mr.
I was
Gaines.
just curious, because I have my other life, E-rate is, the window for E-rate is this month, and just wanted to see if we have a report on E-rate for June or July, whatever is
Okay.
convenient for the administration.
Thank you, Mr. Gaines. Anyone else? And you have before the next committee meeting to add anything to the item. Okay, superintendent's recommendations, Ms.
Well, just very
Boccia.
quickly, we have 2 days of school left with the students, and then on Friday is Records Day for the teachers and the school-based people. Tomorrow is going to be a big day in the school system. We're going to have the kindergarten, 5th grade, and 8th grade exit ceremonies at all of our schools, so we'll be running to many of the different ceremonies. It'll be a very nice day for the students and their parents and families. And then, of course, Thursday, as I mentioned, the very last day for our students. Seniors are, high school students are currently taking exams. Yes, today and tomorrow. So they go down to the wire while mostly the elementary and middle schools participate in their exit ceremonies these last few days. So then we wish everyone a very safe and happy summer, but we will be starting our summer programs the following week for those students who we recommended for our summer skills program. Memorial Weekend coming up, so. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Boccia. Mr. Campbell?
Yeah, I wanted to make a comment about the graduation. Went very smooth. I remained And I wish everyone could have seen the team headed by Fred Hebert.
Absolutely.
And all of the equipment, it was just precision work by these children, not children, boys and girls.
Young professional.
It was really something to see. But I wanted to recognize that team and Fred and the good work that they have done.
Mr. Campbell, I'm so glad you brought that up because, you know, the people sometimes who work behind the scenes don't get the recognition. And as we moved into the New Orleans arena, we brought in our sound system. And then if you looked at up in the stands and such, you saw the LED lights, all the owls that were up there. I mean, we put those up there. The stadium, I mean, the arena people did not. We brought chairs, we brought decorations, we decorated the stage. So there's a lot of work that our maintenance department, Mr. Kassar and his group, and then the sound part of it, Fred Hebert and his technicians, his high school students, they have every event that we put on down to a science. And when they put all that stuff up and they break it down and haul it away, it really looks like a professional tech crew has come in and done that. And the experience that these young people get with it under Mr. Hebert's direction is really just unbelievable. And we video stream that. I know Jack is in the back there and our men of pen, and we video stream the whole production, and our chorus was there and our band. So it was a very, very nice evening, and a lot of work by our people to make that a very nice venue and experience for our students and families.
It was well attended. It's good.
Oh, well attended,
I
yes.
don't think the Civic Center would have helped that.
No, we had a few thousand people there.
Mr. Gaines?
No, I was just going to mention that the video is on YouTube and it's very high quality. It's amazing to see, and advise the public, if they want to see graduation this year, head to YouTube, it's there.
Great.
And it was live. We streamed it, so if people wanted to stay home or watch it from other parts of the country, they were able to see their family members graduate in real time.
And also, just to mention that, all of the scholarship winners are always mentioned at the graduation, but for Chalmette High School to be so successful, they earned over $12 million worth of scholarships. That's significant. So congratulations to all of the graduates who earned scholarships. We're very proud of them. And we're very proud of Chalmette High School, all of the teachers. And our 2016-17 school year, we want to thank all of our teachers, our personnel, parents and students. We had a very successful school year, and we wish everyone a very happy summer, too. So anyone else?
With that, I move we adjourn.
Okay, there's a motion by Mr. Campbell. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Aceveda. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. The meeting's now adjourned. Thank you and good night.
Jumping,